So welcome everybody to our Friday Lunch and Learn. So we've got some fun stuff going on. So this is in early December that we're recording this, but you might be listening to this at any time. But if it is December, I want to ask you, how are you feeling about your December goal? Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling scattered? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling, I totally got this? So one of the things I will share with you really quick is have a goal for December. Have a goal for every month, of course, but especially December, because we have more distractions going on in December due to family, there's health, there's COVID, there's all these things going on. And if we don't have something that excites us, that moves your heart, that pulls on your heartstrings, that says, oh, I really want money to be able to do that for my husband, or I want to surprise my grandson with this gift. If we don't have something specific we're working on, it's so easy for us to just go, well, I've got that cookie exchange on Monday. This is the only day I can really bake cookies. And so the next thing you know, 5 hours later, your cookies are all baked and nothing is done in your business. Now, I'm not saying that baking the cookies is not important, because I have to make 8 dozen this weekend at some point, but it's looking at the time. When is the best time for me to do that? So let's break this down and look at a couple of things. So first of all, let's look at what can you do to, and I'm going to share what something that Rachel just shared is, how do you handle it if you're feeling scattered, overwhelmed, just like too much to do? Because I don't know anybody who during the holidays probably doesn't feel that way. So the analogy I gave before we started recording is this: if you had 15 minutes and you go inside a gym and your goal is to work out on your arms or your legs or whatever, and there's tons of equipment at the gym, right? So you spend 10 of your 15 minutes walking around the equipment, trying to figure out which equipment to use. Do I use arm machine, and how do I do it, and all that? But can you imagine if you were focused and you still only had those 15 minutes and you walked into the gym and there's a trainer standing there going like this is the machine you need today. And you sit down and you work out for 15 minutes and you leave. That's a completely different productive 15 minutes versus spending 15 minutes walking around, looking at the equipment, getting instruction and trying to figure out which machine to use. So with that said, you might only have a 15-minute crack of time, and that's totally okay. But what if you could take that 15-minute crack of time and really focus on getting the result? Well, how do you know what to focus on? It depends on the goal you have in mind. So I'm just going to throw out a couple goals. Let's say somebody's goal is to sell $1,000 before the 22nd of December because they need to go shopping for this guitar they want to buy their husband that's $400 or whatever. So you would say, okay, I need to sell $1,000. So you need to not have dollar signs in your eyes, because women can pick up on that. But you need to say to yourself, okay, how can I create that $1,000 in sales? All right. So a couple of fun things is we've got a contest going on this month for how many items you sell. So you can kind of just get excited. Every 12 days of faves is 7 items. Every satin hands is 3 items. Every repair set is 5 items. So you can have some fun earning a prize for yourself while you're selling this $1,000 so you can go buy your husband a $400 guitar. So just using that as an example. So with that said, so if your goal is to sell $1,000 in the next 7 days, or maybe you're trying to finish your star and you've got $1,000 to go, then you need to ask yourself, okay, today's Friday. What could I do that could increase my sales today? Now, I might be able to pull together a last minute pampering tonight, depending on how close the people live, if I could still get them some samples. So that's a possibility. Another possibility would be, I shot the video a few days ago of our holiday boutique, and it's a gift and holiday boutique. It is 29 minutes, but I'll tell you, it's quick. It gives out over 16 gift ideas. Some things are super wrapped and cute like this that I shared. Other things are not wrapped, but I screen share the ideas. So what I did is I picked 10 women in my life, because I want their honest feedback. And I said to one of the gals, Johanna, I said, Johanna, I made a video. I'd like to ask you in the next 24 hours, can you watch it? I said, it's a little less than 30 minutes, but I said, it is power packed. You'll have a blast. And just as a thank you for your time, I have a $13 gift certificate as a thank you. And I said, are you wondering why it's $13? And she said, actually, that's what I was going to ask you. I said, that was Mary Kay's lucky number. So I'm willing to gift you a $13 gift certificate. I said, now in the video toward the end, I said, I give a secret password. So that lets me know that you actually watched it. So I'm going to send you the link now. And do you have time to watch it? She goes, yeah, I'll watch it. She goes, in fact, I'll watch it on my drive to work. I said, while you're driving? She goes, no, I'm in a commute van. I said, oh, okay. So I sent it to her. She already texted me the secret word, which is sparkle and shine. And I probably shouldn't have said that out loud on the video, but you're not sending this to a customer. And it got her to watch it. So I said, great, you have a $13 gift certificate and you have 72 hours to spend it. So now she has 3 days to take that $13 gift card. She could buy something that's $15 or $16 or $17, or she could apply it toward something bigger and better. So what if you told your customers, girlfriends and family, that you're in a personal challenge from your director to have 10 people watch that video before Sunday night? Okay, so let's say Cindy sends it out and asks 10 people. And here's what I would do. It has to be a real deliberate, a real intentional invitation, not like, hey, Cindy, could you watch this video? I'm in a challenge. It would really help me out. And she goes, yeah, I'll try to. And you're like, okay, great, thanks. Okay, gang, if she says, I'll try to, she's probably not going to watch it. But if you say to her, Cindy, I love a challenge, and my mentor and coach, Diane, challenged me to have 10 people watch this video, give me their feedback on what their top 3 favorites are, because we're going to make another video and we want to know what was everybody's favorites. And I need to know if I can count on you. It's a little less than 30 minutes, but it's fun and it's fast paced. I promise you won't be checking your watch. It's really fun. And as a thank you, I'm going to give you a $13 gift certificate. Now, you could do more than 13. You could offer them a $20 gift card, especially if you tell them they only have 48 hours to spend it, right? And so I say, well, I'm going to give you a gift certificate just for your time for helping me out. I just need to know if I can count on you as one of my 10. And if Cindy goes, yeah, I'll try and see. Well, Cindy, I just need to know, are you leaning more toward yes or no? Because I just need to know if I can count on you. She goes, yeah, Diane, you can count on me. And say, okay, because I want to win the challenge. When Diane challenges us, she always sends us fun prizes, and I want to do the challenge. So my challenge is to get 10 people to listen. So you send her the link, which is now posted on our Facebook page. It is also posted on our YouTube channel. And I know we talked about it on Tuesday night, but it is available, you guys, for you guys to use. Now, if you haven't personally watched it, of course, watch it. It gives 3 gift ideas for men, plus the fragrance collection. So actually 4 gift ideas for men. All the rest cover everything from, you name it. They're all on there. So that is one idea that could generate you business. So if Rachel's only got a 15-minute window today, she might say, well, then during those 15 minutes, I'm going to put together a personal text asking people, if I send you the link, would you watch it? I'm not sending the link. If I sent you the link, would you watch it? I'm in a challenge and I need 10 people to watch this in the next 24 hours. Would you watch this? I'll offer you my next born child and a gift certificate, or I'll offer you $1 million check and a gift certificate, whatever you want to say. And just say, can I count on you? So then Rachel sends those out in a quick text. She puts the text together once and then says, if I send you the link, would you watch it? That would probably be the very last question I would put in the thing. If I send you the text, would you watch it? And can I count on you? I would put that at the very end of the text, so you'll get a response back. Okay. So let's say Rachel comes with a great text. She sends that out. Now she's got, later on, her kids are napping or they're distracted for 10 minutes. And Rachel's like, oh my God, I have a 15-minute window. That's when she's going to call those 10 people, and you're hoping and praying for 10 voicemails. If they answer the phone, that's good too. But if you get a voicemail, it's like, hey, Lori, it's Rachel. I just want to make sure you saw the text I sent you. I can't wait to hear from you. Holiday hugs. Bye. And you hang up. Now that's not even a 30-second message. That's a 15-second message. And what it does is it tells Lori to check her voicemail, or it tells Lori to check her phone for texting. And then you might send her another text that says, just left you a voicemail with a bunch of smiley faces. Again, it's layering information. But if I send Lori that text, and she's a good customer of mine, and then I leave a quick voicemail and another text later that says, just left you a voicemail with the little heart emoji on it, she's going to check that out and she's going to know that I'm excited. So that in itself could generate you guys a lot of sales just for this weekend, or whenever you want to use that boutique thing. But I will tell you, customers are, the average person who's watching that video is spending between $80 to $100. So do the math. If Giselle gets 10 to 12 people to watch that video, chances are you're going to end up with about $800 to $1,000 in sales. Now, here's what's cool. When they watch it, you want to ask for 2 things. You want to ask for what their wish list is. Like they might see something and say, call my husband, I want that sonic brush. And then they might say, my shopping list will include, I need a men's fragrance collection for my son, and I want a 12 days of faves for my daughter. So when you're following up with each client, you're actually asking for 2 things. What she wants to buy that's going to help her with her shopping, but what she wants under the tree or in her stocking. Does that make sense? So you're looking for those 2 things. So you've got the video coming. or you've got the video of the holiday and gift boutique you can do. Now let's talk about something else you could do. What if you hosted, you all have people that have packets out. I know you do, because I do too. You've got people that have got samples out. They don't necessarily all know each other. So what if on Monday night, or even this Sunday night, you did, because Sunday night would be perfect. It's going to be pouring rain, tons of water, which is good, snowing and everything. And what if you put together a Sunday night, you could do like a pampering during the rainstorm, and you could host it yourself. And maybe it's at 7 o'clock at night. So you've already done dinner with your family and all that. And you jump on and you invite all the people who have sample packets and say, I only have space for 6 people, because you don't want it to get too big, although you could do any number you want, but make it sound a little exclusive. You know, I'd love to fit you in this Sunday. I'm doing while it's pouring rain, get pampered. And I'd love for you to come. Do you have your samples? And what you do is you get her to come, and then maybe you make it more individual. Invite individual people, and then have them all get together. So that's definitely a possibility. If it's somebody who doesn't have a sample, I would absolutely still invite them. Just because they don't have a sample doesn't matter. Get them on. Okay. Another idea though, is we've got the price increase coming up. So you've got people who've got customers, Jen, Grace, Giselle, Cindy, a lot of you that are on here live right now, you all have customers. So how do you handle this price increase? You don't want anyone to think, oh, Mary Kay's too expensive, I'm not going to buy it now. You can say to them, and I did put it in the email that I sent out to some of you, and the rest of the units will get the email today, on why the company is doing the price increase. It's due to transportation costs, raw materials. We haven't had a product-wide price increase since 2019, but some of the products that they are now raising the price on, the prices haven't gone up in 7 years. One of them is the repair set. The repair set has been $205 for 7 years, maybe even 8 years. So for it finally to go up to $215. So if I were Cindy's customer and Cindy called me and said, Diane, I've got some okay news and some great news. What would you like to hear first? And let's say she says, I'll take the okay news, and say, well, the okay news is that Mary Kay is having to have a price increase after the first of the year, and it's due to transportation and all these other things. But I'm letting you know now because I want to take care of you, and I want you to know how much I appreciate you. So I want to give you a special right now. If you purchase anything in the skincare, body care, fragrance line, you know, all the stuff that's going up in price, obviously, if you purchase anything now, you can get a second one for this much. Now I'm going to do 50% off the second item. You don't have to, you could do 40%, you could do 30%. But even if you did 40%, that's like giving a 20% discount on the 2 things, because she has to order 2. So like buy a microderm set for $55, get a second one for 40% off. All I'm telling you is that and I said, because I'm trying to save you money. I want you to save money. So not only are you letting me buy it before the price goes up, you're even giving me a deal on the second one. So you guys can decide what kind of a discount you want to get. But if I was a skincare customer of Cindy's and Cindy called me and said, Diane, I know you use Mary Kay from head to toe. I want you to be able to save money. So what I'm doing for this next week is anything you purchase in the skincare, body care, supplements, anti-aging, fragrance line, it's pretty much everything, but the eyeshadows are not going up, mascaras are not going up, lipsticks and lip glosses are not going up, but it's pretty much almost everything else in our line. If Cindy said to me, Diane, I want you to have a bigger savings, so not only can you get it now before the price goes up, but I want you to be able to stock up and get a second one at half off. So let me know if you'd like to do that. I would go, Cindy, thank you. I'll take 2 repair sets, one at full price, one at half off. I mean, in a heartbeat. I'd take an extra lifting serum, probably 2 lifting serums. I would take Radiance Peel. I would probably take my Clinical Solutions. I mean, I would probably spend $400 or $500 knowing that I'm saving a ton of money now. And so it really helps you boost your sales and how many items you're selling. So keep in mind, you don't want to post the price increase on your website. Because Mary Kay's technically, you guys, not announcing it till January 1. And they, for some reason, didn't want us to announce it to the sales force, which I'm not really sure why, because if it were me, I'd want as much heads up as possible. But if I'm a customer, I want to know that now. So if you've got a customer that loves men's fragrance or loves women's fragrance and is buying fragrance for the holidays, you might say, well, do you want to get 2 bottles, one now and one for Valentine's? Totally up to you if you want to offer an incentive. That's just what I'm doing because I want to help my customers save as much money as possible. And it lets them know that I have their best interest at heart. I want to take care of them for the rest of their lives, right? So that's one of the ways that you can deal with the price increase coming up. The other thing I wanted to mention to you guys, and I'm going to screen share a really, really quick picture, and then I'm going to open this up to questions. But I wanted to show you guys, sorry, where'd it go? I want to show you guys this picture of, there it is. Okay. So many of you are working on your star. And so this is a document that is posted, and I will send it back out if you guys don't have it, but it's 18 ways to finish your star. So this could be, again, you don't want to look at all 18 ideas, because then what happens is you get overwhelmed and then you do nothing, because it says a confused mind does nothing. But maybe take 2 or 3 of these ideas and run with these. So maybe you look at this and say, who's got a birthday in December? I always kind of feel bad for the people who have birthdays in December, like my nephew, my new son-in-law, because I think their birthday, especially if it's super close to Christmas, kind of gets, I don't know, downplayed a little bit because of Christmas. So what if you went and looked at who in your customer base, who of your girlfriends has a birthday this month? And do you know how to figure that out? If you go on Facebook, you can go on your Facebook. If most of your friends are most of your friends and family are on your Facebook page, your personal, not your VIP customer, but your personal page, you can go in there and ask Facebook of all your friends who has birthdays this month, and it'll list every one of your friends, male and female, who has a December birthday. So then you could go in and text each person and say, I just realized that your birthday is this month. Did you know you get a birthday discount this entire month? That could even apply to your Christmas presents. So all of a sudden you tell me that I get maybe a 15 or a 20% discount because it's my birthday month. I'd even buy more from you. So I'm just throwing this out. That is a possibility. You could also ask 5 or 6 of your customers who work outside the house to take a product that they love. Like I have a customer who buys Microderm, and she's bought it for years. She's referred more of her friends and family to me to buy Microderm. I think she's referred 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4, maybe 5 customers that all now buy Microderm on a regular basis. So she would be the perfect person for me to give a catalog, a couple samples of Microderm, and say, here's the deal. If you sell 4 for me, I'll give you yours for 75% off. She's going to sell 4 for me at $55 each. I'm going to give her a killer deal on hers because she's out drumming me up business. So you can do all kinds of things like that. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but there's all kinds of fun things on here. Hostess gifts, selling skincare, getting a son, a daughter, or a spouse to help you sell. You could hold a phone lottery. There's all kinds of fun ways. So if you would like this list, I'm happy to send it to you. Adopt a grandparent is another one where people love giving back. They love helping out in the community. And so I literally had a lady call me. I called her because she Venmoed me $100 as a donation. And I picked up the phone. I called her and I said, thank you so much. I met her at a networking event a month ago. And she said, well, are you done with your goal? And I said, oh, no, not quite. I said, me personally, I'm about halfway. I've sold about 60 and I need to get to at least 100. And she goes, well, I can send you another 100 for my company. And she goes, I know you're not officially a nonprofit, but they're not going to care if it's only another 100. So I'll send you another 100. I said, are you sure? She goes, yeah. And I said, do you want to go with us to deliver? She goes, I'd love to. What day is that? And so I gave her the date. So now this lady who I just met wants to come help sing and hand out gifts. And she's donated $200 in gifts for Adopt a Grandparent. So if you guys don't ask, they don't know how they can help. And the fact that the money is staying here in Contra Costa County is huge. And we just found another facility, this one's in Pittsburgh, that is very needy. So depending on how our gifts turn out count wise, I'm going to take anything that's extra and take it to this place in Pittsburgh. So it's just another great way to give back. So you guys, what I will share with you in closing is when you look at your December goal, if you're feeling overwhelmed, one of the greatest tips I can give you, not just for Mary Kay, but for life, is to grab a piece of paper and a pen and literally put everything that is going on in your brain. This was my list 2 days ago. Everything going on in my brain on one piece of paper. Because once it's on paper, your brain can sift and sort and it won't go to the overwhelm, shut down, I can't do this. Then you look at this and you say, okay, well, if I was leaving the country on vacation and I only had time to get to 3 or 4 of these, the important question is, what 3 or 4 things are going to move me closer to my goal? Is unpacking my garage right now moving me closer to my goal? That would be no. Is doing any organizational stuff in my house helping me get closer to my goal? No. Is calling the 10 people who have packets that didn't jump on my last 3 sessions going to get me closer to my goal? Yes. So that is one of my top priorities. So you don't just throw yourself into activity. You want to know what it is that you're working on. I'm hoping that makes sense. So you guys, all I can tell you is have a specific goal. This month, we're tracking how many items you're selling, but I'd love to see each and every one of you buy something special for your family with your Mary Kay money, because that that gives you that kind of extra purpose of, what this business could be. And don't forget about sharing the career opportunity. Women right now want to come into Mary Kay. They can write off their eStart. They can write off their $45 box of samples or their kit, depending on what they decide they want to do. If they order Section 2 samples, by the way, samples are all going up in price, all of them. Charcoal mask is going to $2 a strip. Gel mask is going up, microderm, they're all going up. So if you have a new team member come in now, they could set themselves up for success now and start learning and playing with the Mary Kay University and all of that stuff so that they can hit the ground running. So if you don't have a plan, set up a strategy, call your director and say, hey, I need a 10-minute strategy call. I know where I want to go. I have no clue how I'm going to get there. Because all you've got to really know is where you want to go. How you're going to get there is after the fact. You just have to know where you want to go. And if you're not sure where you want to go, then we need to look at what's your why. And if you aren't sure your why, that's another quick phone call. But it's important to just not feel like you want to say yes to the right things and turn down the things that are not serving you and helping you with your both physical and mental and emotional health. Because the holiday season is tough. There's a lot going on, and depending on your family and your situation, can be very stressful. So realize every time you guys are helping a customer pick out a gift, or you're delivering it, or you're wrapping it, or you're sitting there with your kids, and maybe your kids, depending on the age of your kids, maybe they're helping you roll the socks inside and out, or maybe they're putting a sticker on your stuff. And by the way, every single one of these that I've made over 55 of them. I put a gift certificate inside for a pampering session and a free mascara that expires March 1st of 2022. Just food for thought. Anyway, so I hope this information has helped. I will tell you guys, this is the month to take the limits off your thinking and think outrageously big. Like, why not add 3 team members this month? Why not have $1,000 in sales between now and Tuesday night's meeting? $1,000 in sales. There's not any one of you that couldn't have $1,000 week. It's about making a decision, then say, okay, what do I need to do? I absolutely know that you guys can all do this. All right, so let me know if you guys have any questions. And I am super excited to have you guys all hearing what we're sharing today. Okay, one more quick brilliant idea at the end. Jen Goss just brought up a great idea. So what if I asked my customer, Lori, to watch the video, and Lori texts me back, let's say 6 or 7 hours later, oh, I watched it. The secret password is sparkle and shine. And I loved all the gift ideas. I'd say, great, Lori, as a thank you, I want to gift you a blank gift certificate. It could be 13 because that's Mary Kay's lucky number, or $15, whatever you want to gift her. So let's say I gift her a $13 gift certificate as a thank you. And then I'd say, Lori, since my challenge is to get to 10 by tomorrow or in the next 2 days, who do you have in your life that would watch the video? Do you have a mom, a sister, girlfriend that would watch the video? And if you do, I'll double your gift certificate. So Lori goes, well, my daughter, Linnea, she'll watch it. I'll say, great. Then as soon as she texts, give her my number. And as soon as she texts me the secret code, and don't tell her what it is, but as soon as she texts me, and make them text you, because that way you get their contact info. But as soon as your daughter texts me, then I'm going to double your gift certificate to 26. So now Lori's thinking, who else do I know that I could get them to watch that video for Diane? So you only need a couple good customers who really love you, love the product, and just want to help you. But what if Lori says, well, my mom might watch it too, or my sister might watch it too, or my sister-in-law might watch it. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'll give you an extra 13. I mean, think about this. Who do you think I'm going to recruit next is going to be Lori, because if Lori's going to send my video out to 5 of her friends just so she gets more free stuff, you could say, well, if you get, for every person who you get to have watch it, I'll add $10 to your gift certificate. So Lori might say, well, I have 2 girlfriends that'll watch it tonight. Say, great. As soon as they text me what the secret word is, they have to text me their name and the secret word. I will enter them into my guest drawing. And so Lori's helping me build my business. Brilliant, brilliant idea, Jen Goss. Thank you for that. So I'm excited for you to use any and all of these ideas to make your December record-breaking for you. Have a fabulous day.